Guys, altcoins have taken a bit of a break after the big dip they saw on Monday, and these dips are perfectly fine. It's actually pretty common to see these during bull markets. We see the initial bounce, which already happened, followed by a period of reconsolidation, and that is in fact exactly what is happening right now. Now remember, always do your own research, but if you think the cycle isn't over yet, then moments like this can be some of the best opportunities to jump into the market, as it is usually very hard to actually get into most of these coins when they are pumping non-stop, which they were doing previously, like the last few weeks. So I asked on Twitter which coins y'all wanted me to take a look at and cover in a video, and today I will be going through some of those coins as well as some coins that I am getting into myself. So welcome back everybody, my name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. Alright guys, let's kick things off by looking at World Mobile and their WMTX token. What really stands out about this project is their focus on building something that anyone in the world can benefit from, and that is a decentralized next generation network infrastructure. As they highlight here, there are still around 3 billion people without access to mobile networks, and even in countries like the US, tens of millions of people still live without reliable internet access. And the reason for this is that the existing networks, the legacy providers as you could call them, are struggling to expand and meet the growing demand for connectivity across the globe. And taking a bit of a step back here, internet access is something that we all take for granted at this point, but it is really a life-changing thing. So as World Mobile grows their network and provides connectivity across the globe, this is something that would obviously see huge demand, especially in the places where the legacy providers have failed to provide reliable service to. At the center of World Mobile's ecosystem is the WMTX token, which powers the economy of stakers and node operators. They are making adoption of their network easy by collecting payment for calls, texts, and data usage in the local currency of each user, and that revenue is then used to purchase WMTX tokens from the open market to reward operators and stakers. And a key factor to point out here is that they don't rely on inflation of the token supply to pay out rewards. The supply is fixed, meaning that as the network grows and sees more demand, there will be more and more pressure on the token itself from the purchases using generated revenue. Overall, I think that World Mobile token has a lot of potential. This is a coin, so for full transparency, this is a coin I am holding myself, and I will continue to update you on the progress of this project. Next up guys, we have Rose, the native coin of Oasis, a protocol focused on privacy solutions for Web3 and AI. Now, as most of you know, most blockchains are public, meaning anyone can see what others are doing on them, whether it's trading meme coins, farming, minting NFTs, or anything else on chain. While that transparency brings a lot of benefits, there are some important use cases where privacy is essential for crypto to achieve mass adoption. This is where Oasis comes in with its three main solutions, being Sapphire, the Oasis privacy layer, and runtime off-chain logic. Let's start with Sapphire. So Sapphire is the world's first confidential EVM and is where native Oasis dApps are deployed. Next, the Oasis privacy layer enables any existing projects on any EVM compatible chain to integrate customizable and optional privacy features without altering their user experience. Finally, runtime off-chain logic is currently in beta with a full public launch expected in the coming months. This tool is designed to address privacy needs in the AI space with the goal of unlocking new use cases and features in that sector. Altogether, these products opens the door to all sorts of applications that can be built and even new features that can be added to existing protocols by removing concerns related to privacy. One recent example of Oasis innovation is BlockVote, a platform that allows users to create private polls and voting systems. This was developed with DAOs in mind, offering a way to eliminate bias or external influence from governance, and as an added bonus, it is gas-free to use. If we take a look at the all-time chart for Rose here, we can see it did very well during the previous bull market and is now starting to take off once again, except now their tech is even better and can be used for a much wider array of use cases. This is a project that I am also holding myself, so very excited about the final run of the bull market and how this project can perform. So next up we have Kip, which is a project building what we can call the base layer for AI in Web3, and they just launched their native token earlier this week. And this one is interesting, not just because they are in the AI sector, which has been doing extremely well, but also because of the level of success they have already accomplished. Basically, what they have built is a base layer of infrastructure for everyone involved in AI, from the app developers to the creators of AI models to the users and owners of data. This means that AI assets can be deployed, used, and monetized without each project needing to build their own infrastructure from scratch. Not only does this save a lot of time and resources for other projects, but it also helps ensure that anyone can access the benefits of AI outside of the current control of the few major tech companies that are leading the way in centralized development. Kip was founded and built by a team of AI PhDs and tech veterans who have a history working with AI and machine learning. This really sets them apart from a lot of other projects nowadays that are trying to add AI features now that it is popular all of a sudden, but they don't really have a deep understanding of how it works. That deep understanding is what led the Kip team to several breakthroughs, including the invention of the first decentralized retrieval augmented generation system, which is a way to quickly roll out AI solutions without needing to train them and while retaining full ownership. The team also knows what they are doing on the business side, as they are already generating revenue with their products and have secured a bunch of impressive partnerships, including with the governments of Argentina, Thailand, and Malaysia. The Kip token has seen some very nice gains already and reached over 10,000 holders in the first 2 days post-launch, but it is still relatively small as a token, as the market cap of around $50 million, so it's leaving a lot of potential for upside if it continues to take off, and this is also a project that I am holding myself. So next up we have another coin that I'm holding, which I'm very bullish on, and it just launched yesterday, and that is Lingo, which has been super hyped this year, and just like I said, they launched yesterday on KuCoin, Gate, Mexi, and Bitmart. The reason Lingo has attracted so much attention is that they built the first RWA-powered reward system, and RWAs are one of the hottest narratives this cycle. As I've covered before, BlackRock is super bullish on RWAs and tokenization, and we're talking about like $16 trillion by 2030. And now we also have Trump coming into office planning to clear the way for TradFi to really get involved in crypto, which could accelerate this trend even further. Just looking here at the RWA category of tokens, we can see that a few of the leaders have reached market caps in the billions already, and Lingo is worth much lower than that. However, while Lingo is smaller when measured by market cap, they stand out in a lot of other ways. They have over 8 million users, which makes them by far the most popular RWA project. They also stand out from their unique approach of using RWAs to generate yield, but then taking that yield and providing users with tangible rewards that can be redeemed across their networks of 3,000 partner brands. Their model is basically that they take the revenue generated from Lingo trading volume, use it to buy RWAs, take the yield from those RWAs to reward and grow their community, and then in turn that causes more trading activity and the cycle continues. Lingo has all the support necessary to succeed, as their investors manage over $5 billion in assets, and their team and advisors have experience at BlackRock, Booking, and Google. So yeah, this one is definitely one to check out if you want in on the hype around RWAs, or if you want to get involved in the rewards ecosystem for yourself. Next up, let us take a look at My Lovely Planet, which is actually a project I covered already a while back. I did a sponsored segment for My Lovely Planet. I think it was like maybe 6 months ago or 1 year ago, can't remember. But this was one of the projects that I got requested the most in the tweet here. So This was a project back then, it was in its early stages, but now it's really starting to take off and has some massive catalysts on the horizon. Basically, you can think of them as the Web3 Candy Crush. They've created a casual style mobile game, but with a few twists that helped it go extremely viral and gain them hundreds of thousands of followers. The reason people love the game so much is that it actually helps the environment, as when a player reaches goals in-game, the team plants trees in the real world. This system has been extremely successful so far and has led to over 350,000 trees being planted. Some other crazy stats are that their game has the same retention metrics as Candy Crush and Royal Match, meaning its quality puts it in the top 10 ranks of mobile games, and their acquisition cost is 20 times lower than their competition. The native token is called My Lovely Coin and has the ticker MLC, and it was launched earlier this year in June actually. The massive catalyst that I mentioned is that MLC will be integrated into the game early in 2025, coinciding with their campaign to reach 1 million players. The reason this has the potential to be so huge for MLC is because the team has first created a very successful game and a massive devoted community, and now they are trying to integrate the token in a way that is smooth and accessible to everyday people. A few other important factors to note are that the project has earned support from Ubisoft. They won the Unity for Humanity Award from Unity, which is the leading game engine, and they have created an in-house video production studio to crank out content promoting their game, which has contributed to their success in taking off on TikTok, Instagram, and on Twitter. All in all, I think they can be summarized by calling them a successful gaming project taking advantage of Web3 tech rather than a Web3 project trying to make a successful game to use the token they already launched, which really makes them stand out. So if you want to learn more about My Lovely Planet, then you can do so through the links down in the description. It is not a project I hold right now, but I will definitely keep looking at the developments and see if it's gonna take off. It is a very small project, guys, still, so yeah, this could definitely be one to keep your eyes on. So I hope that you all enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.